Toro. Aha, Toro. Aha, aha. Nice, Toro.
You feel all right?
I feel fine.
And tell me, what was the joke?
What joke?
A joke. When I walked in here, you're going, ah, ha, ha, ha. I figured that staircase must have said something terribly funny to you.
Dad burn it, I was just trying to learn something about bullfighting, that's all, before Senor Tonino gets here.
Well, by doing a square dance in front of a staircase? What for, anyway?
Didn't Pa tell you? Senor Tonino happens to be the biggest breeder of fighting bulls in all of Mexico. And I figured the neighborly thing for us to do is learn enough about it we could talk to him intelligently anyhow.
Well, how do you expect to go about learning something about it?
Out of that book right there that I bought in town, that's where.
What's this? The Art of Bullfighting. Illustrated. Hey, look at that.
Ain't that something?
Woo! He really got him going. That doesn't look so hard, though. Look, see?
Kind of
Yeah,
fancy.
let me try that. Look at that thing.
All right, I'll coach you, all right?
Uh-huh. Huh. How's this look, Hoss?
Well, you're supposed to stand more like that, Joe. You know, sideways.
Everything?
Yeah, that's it. That's right. Yeah.
Hey, you be the bull. You be the bull.
Ah, don't be silly.
Well, come on. One of us got to be the bull, and you're bigger than I am.
All right. You ready?
Okay. Hey, bully. Hey, bully. Hey, bully. Hey, bully. Hey, bully. Hey, Hoss. Hey, Hoss.
Boys, I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. If you want to do any roughhousing, do it outside!
Sorry, Paul.
Sorry, Paul.
Yeah, I'm sorry, too.
Yeah, you're sorry, too. I want this house to look halfway decent for Senor Tonino's visit. By the way, did you square it up with little Joe and Adam about Dolores?
Dolores?
Senor Tonino's daughter.
It's the first time we ever heard about him having a daughter, Pa.
Oh? Well, he's bringing her with him. I asked Hoss here to have you boys decide who's going to be her escort.
What about that, Hoss?
Huh? Well, actually, I didn't want to make no problems for you and Adam, and...
How old is she?
I'd say in her early 20s.
Oh, and that's a problem?
Hey, look, Paul, there ain't no use in us making a great big fuss about who's gonna be escorting Dolores.
Just leave me out of it. You boys decide among yourself who's going to be her escort, or perhaps she would like to make her own choice. Is that fair enough? No problems?
No problems.
No problem.
We got problems.
should be here any minute.
Like lambs to the slaughter.
What's he supposed to mean by that?
Beats me.
You know, Joe, it's a pretty terrible thing when a feller figures his own kin is plotting behind his back.
You ought to know.
Oh, Joe, I was just funning. Why, you don't think for 1 minute that I wasn't going to tell you and Adam about Senor Tonino's daughter, did you?
Oh, no. Sure you were, sure you were.
But see, our brother Adam's a little different. He's sneaky. He's got something up his sleeve.
Yeah. A hairy arm.
More than that. No, sir. Look at him just sitting there like a big, sly cat.
Boys, I'd like you to meet Senorita Dolores Tonino and her father, Senor Francisco Tonino.
Senorita.
Welcome to the ranch, senorita.
Muy bienvenida, señorita. Su belleza es admirada y bienvenida. Y claro, un gran cambio la Ponderosa. Y haré lo mejor posible que mis hermanitos no sean malcriados por el tiempo que usted esté aquí.
¿Malcriados?
Sí.
Thank you, senor, for your warm welcome. And in such good Spanish. But don't worry about me. I think I can take care of myself.
Gracias.
That sounded like more than just a welcome to me. What was he saying, anyhow?
I don't know. He sure wasn't discussing the price of tacos.
Your father told us so much about you, gentlemen, on the way from town, that I feel as if I know you already. You must be Mr. Hoscotright.
Yeah, just plain Hoss, ma'am. I mean, Senorita Dolores.
Dolores Hoss. And of course, your little Joe?
Just plain Joe, man.
And you are Adam.
Si, señorita. And I would be happy to show you the Ponderosa anytime.
I'd be very happy if you boys came over here to say hello to the senorita's father.
Oh, senor.
It's a great pleasure to meet you.
Senor Tonino.
Pleasure's all mine, sir.
Joselito.
Usted y su hija son bienvenidos a la Ponderosa, señor Tonino.
Muchas gracias. Your boys have that Cartwright charm, Ben.
Yeah.
Shall we, señorita?
Thank you. Come in.
Oh, boys, there's some luggage here. There's some luggage here that... Your daughter's very charming. Francisco, why don't you go ahead inside and I'll get some help with the luggage. Need some help with the luggage. Me.
Ben, the dinner was delicious. And I would like to thank, what is his name? Poop Sling?
Hop Sing. Hop Sing. He'll be very pleased. As a matter of fact, he was quite concerned that the cooking might not please you.
Oh, if he ever decides to leave you.
Oh, Father. You had better keep a sharp eye on Hopsing, or Father will be trying to steal him away.
Well, I'm glad you warned me.
Your stories about those fighting bulls you raised down in Mexico is mighty interesting, Senor Tonino.
I'm glad I didn't bore you.
Oh.
But if you are really interested, Dolores is an expert on the technique of fighting the bull.
Really?
Well, if these young folks will excuse us, I'll show you that gun collection.
Good, good. I've been looking forward to it. Excuse me.
You know, I've always made it a practice of collecting only those firearms that can be put into good shooting condition.
Speaking of bullfighting, Senorita, my brothers have gotten a little carried away on that subject lately.
They have? In what way?
Well, my brother Horace has a book on it, and between him and little Joe, we're lucky to have any furniture left.
Don't you believe a word he's telling you, ma'am?
I'd like to see your book, Hoss.
Yeah, it's really quite a book, ma'am. It really is. It's got a bunch of these interesting pictures in there of a bunch of fellas waving little red blankets at the bulls.
Waving little red blankets?
I don't believe it's called waving, little brother.
Well, not that a real bull you don't wave little red blankets.
No, you see, it's called a cape.
Well, certainly it's called a cape. What are you going to call it but a cape? And it's not waving, actually, is what it is. It's a much fancier thing. It's a picador, is what it's called.
No, Joe, that ain't a picador. You see, a picador is one of them things that one of them darts that they throw into the bull.
No.
A dart? A dart? You've got to be spoofing me. A dart. You don't throw a dart at a full-size bull. I think you've been reading out a wrong book, Hoss.
Well, I think you've been reading the book upside down. What do you think of that? You take a Veronica.
Yeah, who's she?
Veronica?
Yeah, who's that?
Joe, Veronica ain't no she, it's an it. A Veronica is a thing it's a thing. That's what it is. It's a thing you do with a cape.
Oh, it's a thing. You know everything that's in this book, obviously. Was that
right,
it?
yeah.
You must be a pretty big authority on everything that's written in that book, right?
Right.
All right, then you tell me something. You tell me what is the difference between a matador and a macarena.
Huh?
What is the difference? Very simple. The difference between a matador and a macarena, matador, macarena.
Yeah. Well, you see, a matador and a macarena, they ain't no whole lot of difference in them. The fact is that the difference between a macarena and a matador is that, well, really the difference is that a macarena is the feller that comes out about 3 feet behind the matador when they come out into the arena to fight. Now, that's really what the difference is between a macarena and a matador.
Ha!
Don't ha me! That Bernard, I'm the one that bought and paid for the book, ain't I?
Oh, just because you bought and paid for the book, that makes you an authority on everything that's written down there in that book. Is that right?
Joe, you're getting me just about half riled up. All I'm
well,
trying
I'm telling you that...
Hey, where's that coming from?
Hey, where's Dolores? And where's Adam?
Joe, we've been had.
Little Joe, Adam plays so beautifully. I just love guitar music.
You and your book. Good morning, good friend.
Good morning.
Suppose you know you made a couple of jackasses out of us last night in front of Dolores.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't need much help.
You know what's the matter with you? Do you want to know what's the matter with you? You got no ethics. That's what's the matter with
That's right. No ethics.
Well, men, I don't think it's a matter of ethics. I think you just got yourselves in over your head and drowned in your own foolishness.
You didn't even give us a chance to get started, Adam.
No chance at all. Nothing.
I'm sorry. And now, if you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I have to take Senorita Dolores out for her morning ride.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to do that.
And when we find a nice, quiet glade, I have a book of poems that I'm going to read to her. You gotta be fast, boy. Smart.
Joe, I got a sneaking hunch that he's gonna be mighty hard to catch.
Maybe so. I think he can be had.
It ain't gonna be easy. Not the way he plays that guitar and all them soft-soaping poems of his.
I'm getting fed up with them poems, too. Maybe I can't play a guitar, but there's more than one way to skin a cat. She'd get fed up with all that bull.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Little Joe, I promised Adam I would go for a walk with him after dinner.
Look, you forget about him? Just forget about him. He's in there talking to your father. You know those older people like to yak it up all the time.
But he said he wrote a new song for me.
Well, so what? What, do you think he's the only one in this family with talent?
You can play the guitar, too?
No, not the guitar. That's nothing. Anybody can play those things.
What is that?
That's a harmonica. It takes real talent to play this. Do a little tune for you.
Well,
Oh, don't you like that tune? I got a million of them.
well, it is so soon after dinner. Can't we just sit here and talk?
Do you like poetry?
Little Joe.
I just happen to have a book right here.
Must you? It is such a beautiful evening. And can't we sit here and just enjoy it?
Yeah, well, that sounds good, too. I just didn't know if you wanted to do that.
You know, girls say they like poetry and music. But the men that really impress them are those of strength, of courage, of physical action.
You know, that's me.
Of courage, like the matador of my native Mexico. When a man can fight a bull, senor, then he is a real man.
You know, man can do a lot of other things besides fight bulls, though.
Can they, senor?
Well, what's been going on out here? I heard a noise, something like a cat with its tail caught in the ringer. Sorry to keep you waiting, Dolores. I've got that new song for you whenever you're ready.
Well, you go right ahead and sing, Adam. He thinks that's what women like.
What have you two been talking about?
How girls are impressed with soft words and beautiful music.
Well, aren't they?
Of course. Adam, please play for me.
Hey, Joe.
How you doing, Hoss?
What are you doing?
Just practicing.
For what?
Women like men of action. Strength, physical courage.
Who told you that?
Dolores told me.
Joe. Practicing with that six-shooter ain't what she meant by courage.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Remember the other day when you said something to me about there being more ways than one to skin a cat?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sort of put me to thinking. What does Dolores talk about more than anything else in the whole world?
Oh, matadors down in Mexico. That's all she's got on her brain.
Right. Now, remember the other day when Walt Troutman came out here looking for some bucking stock for that annual rodeo in Virginia City?
Mm-hmm. So what?
Well, I went into town, and I got me $100 advance for a little idea I had for his rodeo that's going to keep folks talking around here for months and months.
Well, come on. What's the big idea?
A bullfight.
Oh, come on. A bullfight? Well, you'll do anything to impress a woman, won't you? Anything.
Joe, I ain't gonna fight a bull. You are.
Me?
Sure.
Oh,
Joe, see, now, the way I got it figured, Adam's getting just a little bit too confident. So I figured that me and you would team up again.
yeah, but fighting a bull, I'm not so sure you're doing me such a big favor.
Oh, now, come on, Joe. You want to impress Dolores, don't you? You don't want her to think you're a coward, do you?
Coward? No, but I...
Well, there ain't no buts about it. Now, Joe, you're my little brother, and I'm going to make the big sacrifice. I'm going to let you be the matador.
Thanks, Hoss.
Nothing. Now, what we got to do first, get some bulls out here for you to practice on.
Oh, hey, but maybe first we ought to talk about that $100 advance.
Here comes Adam and Dolores now.
Hi, Adam.
Howdy. Ma'am, I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Very much. Your brother is very gallant.
Yeah.
He promised to take me riding again tomorrow. The Ponderosa is so beautiful.
Well, what have you two been up to outside of plotting against me?
Nah, Adam, you know we wouldn't do a thing like that.
No.
Little Joe just made a deal with Walt Trotman to put on a bullfight at his rodeo.
A bullfight. Little Joe, you really mean this about the bullfight?
Well, yeah, it's what you like to see a man do, isn't it?
Oh, but that is wonderful. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so am I.
Oh, little Joe, this will make my stay at the Ponderosa complete. It will be a touch of home here. Arena, bulls, and my American matador. Oh, it will be wonderful. Little Joe, please don't disappoint me.
Well, if I can find a bull that's worthy.
I'm sure you will. Come, let's tell Father now.
My, he's a crafty little fellow, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is. And he's right good pay, too. Now, Joe, we discussed this all last night very carefully. I don't want you taking no unnecessary chances, or don't try to do nothing fancy at first. Just give that old bull plenty of elbow room.
Plenty of elbow room.
Yeah.
Okay. Here. How's this? Huh? Let me see the picture. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
Good?
Yeah, it looks good. That's right. Go in there and try it. Go.
I wish my arms was as long as wagon tongues.
Now, keep up your courage, Joe. Come on. You'll be as good as any matador in the world in just a few weeks. Come on. Go over there and try it.
Hold this. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just get the hang of it.
Oh, bully.
Hey, don't make any sudden moves, okay?
Oh, bully.
Hey, give me that.
Yeah, now go in there and get him. Go on.
Hey, why don't let's have some lunch and then I'll
Joe, get in there and get that bull. Get him.
Okay, keep an eye on it.
I'm watching. Go ahead. That's right, Joe.
Oh, madam?
Go on up there after him. Get up there close to him.
Hey, that bull don't have much spirit, Hoss.
Look, Joe, you're supposed to talk to him, just like it says here in the book. On page 80, it says right here, you're supposed to say, aha toro. Aha toro, that's what the book says. Say aha toro to him.
Oh, Hoss, I feel silly saying anything to him.
It can't hurt nothing. The book says to do it. Go ahead.
Ah, Toro. Oh, hey, that's a thing he wanted to hear.
Yeah, it worked. Loud.
Okay, here we go then. Hey, don't call him. Oh. Hey, horse, isn't this bull no good?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do anything.
Let's get another one in and see if it'll cooperate with us.
Hey. Hey, Bully. Hey. Hey, will you pay a little attention to me, please? Look at the cape. That's supposed to get you... Oh, well, what's the use? I don't know what's the matter, horse. Maybe I'm using the wrong accent. That's the fourth critter we've tried. We're going to have to go through the whole herd before we find one that'll charge a cape.
Yeah. Maybe if I got in behind and pushed him at you a little bit, huh?
Well, anything. I don't want a big charge, just a little charge.
Get around in front of him and I'll push him. See what happens. Oh, Bully. You ready?
Just charge him right into me, horse. I think we'd have a little more luck if we could find an enraged chicken. Oh, come on. Look, get... Ha-ha, Toro. Ha-ha. Oh, I'm scaring him to death, Hoss. Oh.
Found that liniment, Joe. Yeah, boy, this'll fix you up.
I must chase those bulls 100 miles today.
Yeah, well, wasn't your fault if they wouldn't fight. Tell you that for sure.
Oh, I feel like a twisted piece of barbed wire. Oh, that's cold.
Yeah, first.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be as good as new tomorrow, Joe. I'll guarantee you that, Chimp.
Oh, that feels good.
Hot dog.
Hey, you know, we have to find a braver bull somewhere. We got to.
We got a couple more in the herd yet.
Hey, that stuff's getting a little warm.
You know, I could give back that advance money to old Walt.
Oh, you know, I want to talk to you about that advancement. Oh, hey, this stuff is really getting hot.
Yeah, well, Joe, that's what it's supposed to do. That's the way this stuff works, see?
Well, you know, it must be doing a trick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really getting pretty hot, you know.
Ah, Joe, you're just young and tender.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Hoss, it is getting hot. You know that? Yeah, don't put any more of that on. It's hot, Hoss.
Hey, you know,
It's getting hot on there. Oh,
your back is getting awful red.
it's getting red?
Yeah.
Hey, come on, Hoss, get it off. Wave it off. Wave it off. It's getting hotter. It's getting hot. Hey, Hoss.
Joe.
Wipe it off.
Huh?
Wipe it off.
Wipe it off.
Wipe
Wipe it.
it.
What's the matter?
It's hot. Hey, what was it?
Feel better?
What was that stuff you rubbed on me?
It's just plain liniment.
Plain lemon. Let me see that. Oh, yeah, it's liniment. Look, can't you read here? Use as directed. Not recommended for humans. That's me, human. It's just recommended for ranch and farm animals.
Yeah. I reckon I didn't read that.
Oh, hey, take a look at it. Is it blistered?
No, I don't see none. Joe, I think it just stung you a little.
Oh!
Besides, it's too far away from your heart to kill you.
Hey, what?
Good afternoon, Hoss.
Howdy, ma'am.
Where's little Joe?
Ma'am, I don't rightly know. I don't think I've seen him all day.
Well, why don't you just turn around?
Hi. Why, Joe, you silly thing. What are you doing in that trough?
It's part of my training for the bullfight.
Really? Sitting in the water?
Oh, yes, it's all part of the training technique, like chasing fat steers around the corral. Now, shall we go, Dolores? Like taking candy from a baby?
That did it. That did it. Now I'm going to make an all-out effort to get you a fighting bull.
Hey, Hoss,
Yeah.
you're probably the bravest bullfight promoter in the whole world. You know that?
Yeah, thanks. That Adam has got to be beat. I'm going to round up the most cantankerous, most vicious, bloodthirsty, fire-breathing, meanest, dad-burn fighting bull that the devil ever created.
is, Hoss.
Well, he's big, all right, Jigger, but he don't look very mean to me. Matter of fact, he looks more like a lover.
Well.
Yeah. See what you mean.
Hey, do I know the foolish jackass going to wave a blanket in front of him?
Yes, sir, you sure do.
He wouldn't be about this tall with kind of sad, calf-like eyes and the Cartwright brand on him, would he?
That's right. Little Joe. He's going to be the matador. Don't you worry about him. He's been practicing, and he's ready.
Well, there's no skin off my hide, but are you sure little Joe wants to get in there with him?
Oh, he's chomping at the bits.
Anybody squirrely enough to want to waltz around with that bull, they deserve each other. Go ahead.
Thank you, Jigger. I'll pick him up day after tomorrow.
Cartwright's come up with some of the wildest, doggonedest, silly...
Jigger Thurman's bull.
Well, Joe, Dad, burn it. We got to have one, ain't we?
Yeah, but don't you think that bull's kind of a big bull?
Oh, Joe, he's big.
Oh.
He's mighty impressive.
Yeah, well, maybe he won't even fight.
Joe, you ain't ratting out, are you?
How can you say a thing like that? It's just that just because it's a big bull and it's Jigger Thurman's bull doesn't mean that it's going to charge. You don't want me to look foolish.
He'll charge. Don't you worry about that. I guarantee you he'll charge. As a matter of fact, if he don't come on you like a wild locomotive, I'll give you that $100 already made on the deal, huh?
Hoss?
Well, you found a fierce one yet?
Just the fiercest. Jigger Thurman's bull.
Oh, you're getting in a little deep, aren't you?
I don't know. Of course, bull hasn't been tried and tested yet.
Joe here's afraid that bull might not even be ferocious enough for him.
You know any more jokes?
You ain't gonna be laughing like that when you see what Joe does to that bull.
You ought to get out in the sun, boy. You're looking a little pale.
Hoss, you just make sure you got that bull there on time.
Yeah, I think you got a winner.
About 2. Hoss doesn't get here pretty soon with that bull. The show's going to start without him.
It would be a shame to miss the debut of America's first matador.
Or last.
Thanks a lot.
Aren't you excited, little Joe? Just think, America's first matador.
Yeah, well, see, I'm just a beginner. You know, you can't expect too much from me the first time out.
Well, where'd all this modesty come from?
Since Hoss got the idea of using Jigger Thurman's bull.
Oh. Well, if he isn't any braver than the ones you've been trying out at the ranch.
I hope the animal will have the fierceness and courage of my father's animals. Maybe you will be lucky, and the bull Hoss is bringing will have these qualities.
Ma'am, the way my luck is running, I think you can be absolutely sure of that.
Where'd you get that there, boy? Man, I got it in the old place. What do you think of it?
He's a lot bigger than I realized.
Well, this cart is so little, Joe, it probably makes him look bigger than he really is, see?
What do you got him riding backwards for?
Listen, I was lucky to get him in there anyhow. I'm gonna take him on down to the corral. See you down there later, Joe, huh? Get up.
Well, Joe, I'll sure cut you off a big enough slice to chew on.
Oh, I'm so glad I took up the guitar.
He's very big. Look, Joe, I'm sure that people would understand if you wanted to call it off.
What do you mean, call it off? Call it off? Just because the bull is big and ferocious, probably vicious. You think?
Is that the critter little Joe's gonna fight?
That's the one. He's a fence buster. Absolute. As a matter of fact, I feel about half guilty about putting my little brother in the pen with him. I sure do.
Well, now, wait a minute. There ain't gonna be no backing out now. You sold me a bill of goods and got my advance money. I expect my money's worth.
There ain't gonna be no backing out, and you're gonna get your money's worth. We're gonna put on a show this town ain't gonna forget soon. I wouldn't get up there too close to his head. He's liable to charge you.
Oh, he's safe behind them bars.
That ain't nothing but wood.
Well, you don't look so fierce to me. As a matter of fact, I think he looks a little bit like a lover. Oh, no, not that handkerchief!
Oh, Lordy. Hey, here he comes back! Get out of here! Get back in that saloon with that red handkerchief!
Oh, yeah.
Senor, don't be foolhardy. Your sons can take care of everything.
My sons can take care of everything. This I gotta see.
Aha, Toro.
My boys can take care of everything.
Hey, Joe! Adam, somebody help me off this thing! I can't turn him loose! Help! Help, Joe!
Don't worry, Hoss. I'll save you.
Help, Joe!
Got him on a run, Hoss. Let's get him. Get him! Hey, police! Police! Hey, police! Police!
Yeah, they sure take care of things.
Ole.
Ole.
Hot! Hot! You tell that brother who used to bring that bull back here. Don't give me back my $100 advance. Who's gonna pay for my saloon?
I don't know. I just play guitar.
Oh, boy. I got a notion what he done in town today is going to break up a beautiful home.
I just can't understand it. Somewhere along the line, I feel I've been led astray.
I followed you.
Thanks a lot. It was your help that sent him through that last barn.
You know, that thing sure felt bigger when I was wearing it.
Oh, boy. I sure hate to see old Charlie slim.
I hate to hear what Pa's gonna say.
Well, I ain't saying a word.
Uh-oh. You think that bull did something to us? Wait till you see this. Pa, let me help you with your horse.
Don't touch this animal. I don't want him stampeded all over the territory.
Oh, that old bull gave us a terrible time.
We tried to get him back in town, but we were lucky to get him in the corral.
That bull tore down old man Garvey's new fence.
Yeah, well, that happened, see, when we...
He also smashed Mr. Stapleton's chicken fence. Hens won't lay eggs for a month if she can find them.
I can get Miss Dolores to help me up to that chair on the porch.
Certainly, horse. Be careful.
Adam, you don't think horses... No, he wouldn't do a thing like that.
Like what?
You think he planned all this?
Now, before you boys get into that area of discussion, I think you should take that bull back to Jigger Thurman's ranch.
How?
Well, why don't you try serenading him with your guitar?
There's his tracks. Must be a real big one.
Looks like he's heading up for the rocks above the old lumber road.
Hey, you see what I see?
If he gets in that brush, we've lost him for sure. Look, I'll circle around and try to cut him off. You keep on his trail.
Right.
You're bleeding.
Papa, my eyes.
That's all right.
Papa, my eyes, I can't see. I can't see anything. Can't see, Papa, my eyes.
Easy. It was you. You shot my little girl. You blinded her. It's all right, baby.
I can't see, Papa. I can't.
Joe. Son, you've got to stop blaming yourself. It was an accident, pure and simple. The bullet ricocheted.
Pa, I am to blame. It was my bullet that blinded her.
Could have happened to anybody.
Yeah, but it happened to me.
Now, don't you worry, sweetheart. The doctor says there's a very good chance you'll see again.
You mean that, Papa? You're not lying to me?
He's not lying to you, sis. You're gonna be just fine, but it's gonna take a while.
Oh, Papa, how are we gonna manage? You can't afford to put me into a hospital.
We're staying with the Cartwrights. They're gonna foot all the bills.
Can they afford it?
From what I've seen of the size of their spread, they can afford almost anything. And they owe it to you. It's the least they can do for what they've taken away from you.
Now, Joseph, will you settle down? You're acting as if it were your first day out instead of hers.
I'm sorry, Pa. It's that I've been trying to see her ever since the accident. I just don't understand why her father won't let me go near her.
Well, I think his concern is natural.
I just want to tell her how sorry I am.
I think you'll have your chance right now.
Papa, I'm scared.
Don't be afraid. We'll hold you. Come on. There it is. That's fine. Fine. Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
One more.
Well, good morning, good morning. And how's our lovely young patient this morning?
Who's that?
I'm Ben Cartwright.
She's feeling quite chipper. This is the first day without the bandages.
Feels good to get out of that room for a change.
I'm sure it does.
Papa? Could I maybe get a little fresh air?
Sure. I was hoping she might like something like that.
Who's that?
It's little Joe, Tessa. Look, I thought you might like a little ride. I've got the carriage outside. I got the horse all hitched
It's
up.
the wrong car, right? You trying to ease out from under a guilty conscience?
Lon, that's no way to talk. You shouldn't turn the back of your hand to a generous offer. If little Joe would like to take her for a ride, I think that would be nice if Tessa would enjoy it.
Oh, I'd enjoy anything that would take me out into the fresh air for a while, Papa.
So we better get started then. There's an awful lot of the Ponderosa to see.
Well, Tessa,
See you later, Papa.
enjoy yourself.
Oh. We've been riding for quite a while. You want to get out and stretch your legs a bit?
Oh, I'd like that. Careful.
There's a log over here. Would you like to sit down?
Yes, I would.
This way. Just turn around. It's right behind you.
Yes, I found it.
One of my favorite spots. Used to come here and fish when I was a kid.
It feels very pretty. Tell me what it looks like.
There's a lot of trees around. Some pretty big trees. And there's a slope over there with some cattle on it. Not very many of them. And there's a little stream running by. There's a lot of birds and ducks. There's a blue jay in this tree right here.
It sounds beautiful.
Tessa, I'm so sorry. If I could give you my eyes, I would.
It wasn't your fault. It was an accident.
It was my fault that it happened.
Don't blame yourself. Let's talk about something else. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Tell me about yourself. Have you lived here all your life?
Yeah, I was born here.
I envy you. I've been on the move all my life. My pa doesn't seem to stay in one spot very long.
What does your father do?
Oh, a little bit of everything. You might say that pa's been looking for that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Did he ever find it?
Not yet. But I suppose he will. He doesn't give up too easily. Oh, I'm starting to get a little cold.
Yeah, we better be getting back then. I don't want to keep you out too long the first day.
Okay.
Tessa, I'll cut that for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're getting too fast for me, little Joe. Doesn't a father have any prerogative in taking care of his daughter?
It's my pleasure.
Fine. Now, there's something that I've been wanting to say to all of you. You Cartwrights have been awfully good to us. I don't know what would have happened to us if you hadn't have taken us in.
That was the least we could do. Tessa, the meat's on the left and vegetables are on the right.
And if I've been short-tempered and mean these past few days, why, it isn't because of what happened to Tessa there. Well, we've had some plans, and those plans are pretty well gone now.
What plans?
A job out in California. Paid well, too, but I had to be there by a certain time, and the time's passed now.
You sure it's too late now?
Quite sure. That really isn't very important. What is important is the young man that was waiting for Tessa. Met him out in Missouri about a year ago. He was on his way to California. He was going to make his fortune. Said he'd send for Tessa, and he did a couple of months ago.
Papa...
Oh, it's true. The engagement is off, Tessa. It seems he doesn't want to marry a blind woman. Comfortable?
Pa? What was all that about down there?
What do you mean?
I mean, all those lies you were telling at dinner. All that talk about a job for you and a fiancé for me. I don't understand. Why were you lying like that?
Well, now, were they really such terrible lies? Maybe one day there will be a job for me and a fiancé for you. Who knows?
Papa, you're not trying to make the Cartwrights feel even more guilty, are you? To make them look after us even better than they do now?
Guilty? Tessa, I'm doing this for you and Lon. Ever since you were little, I promised you that one day we'd have something. Well, that day has come. We've found the end of the rainbow, and it has a name. Cartwright.
Papa, they're good, decent people. You can't take advantage of them that way.
No one's trying to take advantage of them. Aren't you forgetting that it was little Joe's bullet that blinded you? Whatever the Cartwrights are doing for us, they owe us.
Little Joe's a nice boy. I can't see him, but I can feel what he's going through. And it was an accident.
Is little Joe beginning to mean something to you?
No. I just don't feel the need to hurt him anymore.
No one wants to hurt him. And after all, we may be doing him some good. After all, knowing a wonderful girl like you shouldn't be a hardship on any man. Now, you try to get some rest. I'll lick in on you after a bit.
Just want to go for a walk, or you want to sit around here?
about Tessa? What does she feel?
I think she cares for me a lot. Maybe as much as I care for her.
Well, of course, there's quite a difference between caring for a person and loving him.
Oh, Pa, don't you see? It's a perfect answer for all of her problems. Now, who can take better care of her for the rest of her life than a husband?
Joe, you make me feel real good. You have a sense of responsibility. That's good. But I don't want to make a martyr of yourself because of an unfortunate...
Pa, there is no martyrdom involved. It would be a good marriage.
An unfortunate accident, Joe.
Her blindness is my problem.
Now, Joe, you have a life of your own to live.
Now, Pa, I want you to get used to the idea because I'm going to ask Tessa to marry me. Hi, Mr. Caldwell.
Well, Joe.
Thought I'd come a little early, see if Tessa wanted to go for a ride.
Well, she's already gone riding with her brother. Got me worried. They should have been back hours ago.
Which trail they take?
Well, they went off the North Ridge there.
I'll find it.
Take the reins. The brush is too thick here.
You're all right. Just keep coming.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to get hurt, but I can't watch every minute. Okay, mount up.
No.
Tessa, we gotta get back to the ranch now. You can't walk all that way.
No, Lon, I'm scared. I don't want to.
Oh, come on, mount up. What do you expect me to be, your nursemaid the rest of your life? I'm your brother, not your husband.
You ever hurt Tessa again, and I'll kill you. Tessa, you all right?
Oh, yes, Joe, I'm all right.
You're the one blinded her. Now you take care of her.
You know, one thing your brother said made sense. You need a husband to take care of you the way she'd be taken care of.
Who'd want to marry a blind girl?
I would if you'd have me. Tessa, I would if you'd have me.
Mr. Cartwright?
Oh, yes, Tessa, here I am.
Could I speak to you for a moment, Mr. Cartwright?
Yes, of course. Why don't you sit down over here? There's the chair right behind you now. Would you like some coffee?
No, thank you. Mr. Cartwright,
Yes, dear.
little Joe asked me to marry him today. Did he tell you?
Yes, he did tell me. He also told me that you refused to give him an answer. Why?
Oh, Mr. Cartwright, if I could just look into little Joe's eyes right this minute, if I could see that there was love there and not just pity and guilt, I'd say yes so fast it would make your head spin.
He means so much?
Oh, yes. But I can't see what's in his eyes. That's why I've come to you. You're his father, and you know him better than anyone else. Oh, Mr. Cartwright, please tell me what to do.
Well, that's very difficult. I don't think anyone can tell you what to do. But I think that if two people love each other, I mean, truly, deeply love each other, then nothing else matters, does it? Not even blindness. Because there's so many other things that they can share together.
But how can I be sure? Where can I find the answer?
In your heart, Tessa. In your heart.
If I should say yes, if we should get married, you won't hate me. You won't think I'm marrying little Joe just because I need him.
No, Tessa. I don't think you're that kind of girl. I don't think you're the kind of girl who'd marry anyone for selfish reasons.
Papa?
Over here.
Papa, where's little Joe?
Oh, they all had to go into town on business. They'll be right back. Say, you better hurry up and get some breakfast before it gets cold.
I'll be right there. Help.
All right? It should have helped you.
Papa. Papa. I can see you. Yes. Papa, I can see you.
Are you sure?
Yes. Papa, I can see everything. I can see the blue chair and I can see the brown and green books and the guns and the fireplace and the Indian rug and the fruit on the boat. Papa, I can see again.
Wonderful.
Little Joe. Papa, this changes everything. I've got to tell little Joe.
Tessa.
Papa, I'm whole again. I'm the way he'd want me to be. Oh, Papa, I can't wait till he gets back.
Tessa, are you sure this is the right way?
Oh, Papa, he's got to know as soon as possible. Don't you see, he won't feel guilty anymore. And I'll be able to see what's in his eyes.
Well, maybe it isn't all that easy.
What are you getting at?
Well, suppose that little Joe doesn't love you the way that you think that he ought. Suppose there is a small element of pity and guilt in the way he feels about you. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't some love, and I'm not saying that this love doesn't grow every day that you two are together, but has it grown strong enough? Maybe if you blurt out the truth now, why, this whole thing will be over. It'll be finished.
Papa, he loves me. And the fact that I can see again will only make him love me more.
Of course. But why take unnecessary chances? Wait until after you're married and then tell him, and that way, no harm will come to anyone.
Pa's right. What's so terrible about pretending you're blind a little longer?
Of course, and women have been setting their caps for men down through the ages, and the intelligent thing to do is to win the man first and then tell him the truth.
Papa, it's because I love little Joe that I owe him the truth. Don't you understand? I can see again. I don't need to marry little Joe anymore unless he really loves me.
And what about Lon and me? Don't you care what happens to us one little bit?
Papa, you and Lon.
Do you realize what's in store for us if we have to leave here now? No money, no jobs, nothing.
Papa.
Tessa, I'm 53 years old. All my life, I've been waiting for something good to happen to me. All my life, I've been tending to you and to Lon. Don't take this chance away from me. Don't take it away from all of us.
Papa, what are you asking me to do?
He's asking you not to turn on your own flesh and blood.
I don't want to turn against you. Just tell me what you want me to do.
I want you to play blind until after you're married to little Joe. Do it for me. Do it for Lon. You owe it to us.
I can't do that.
Tessie.
Papa, I can't.
It's our last
I can't
chance
do that.
to get anything.
Oh, another thing. First thing tomorrow morning, we go up to the north section, see how many cans have been dropped.
Tessa, what's the matter? You look upset. Tessa, what's wrong?
Nothing's happened, little Joe. Because I'm just tired of being blind. Take me upstairs, Papa.
Tessa? Tessa, come on. What's the matter? You've been avoiding me the past few days.
I don't know. Nothing's the matter.
Come on now, there is something the matter. You're just not the same girl anymore.
I wish I knew what kind of girl I really am.
I know what kind of girl you are. I asked you a question a week ago, and I'm still waiting for an answer.
Joe, please.
Tessa, I want to marry you.
Joe, please.
Tessa, I want to marry you. I want to marry you now, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Are you sure that's what you really want?
Yes, I'm sure. It's what I want more than anything else in the world. Tessa, please say yes.
All right. I'll marry you.
Pa? Hey, Pa? He must be in the barn. I'll go get him. You be all right?
Fine.
Pa, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Where's Tessa? I just left her here.
She just went upstairs. Joe. Joseph, it's wonderful.
She already told you about us getting married. Well, Pa, I finally convinced her. Pa, I'm gonna fill her life with so much love that her blindness won't matter. I'll be her eyes for the rest of her life. Well, come on. Aren't you gonna congratulate me?
Oh, of course. Of course.
You don't look too happy about it.
She's a remarkable girl, Joseph.
Of course she is. She couldn't be any more right for me, Pa.
Joe, are you sure? Are you absolutely sure about her?
I know my own mind.
Of course you do. I don't suppose you've set the date yet.
No, the sooner the better. Just give us enough time to invite some friends and neighbors.
Don't you think it might be an idea? After all, you don't know each other that well. Perhaps if you waited a bit.
We know each other well enough.
Yes, but what do you think of the idea of maybe we should take her to San Francisco and have a doctor examine her eyes?
Pa, I'm not kidding myself about her. She's blind, and I made her that way.
But they're always developing new techniques.
I don't want to hurt her any more than I have already. I love her the way she is. Come on, Pa, don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
Joseph, you're my son, and I just want the best for you. The very best.
And stop worrying. I think I got the best. I know I got the best, Pa. Hey, better go upstairs and see her.
Hey, Paul. Little Joe find you? Little Joe find you?
Yes, he found me.
He told you about the wedding, huh?
Yes.
Paul, you don't seem very happy about it. You ain't worried just because Tessa's blind, are you?
Oh, she isn't blind.
She what?
I said she isn't blind.
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what I'm talking about. A little while ago, when little Joe was looking for me, I went in the back way. And there she was in front of that mirror in the living room, primping. And then she ran up those stairs like the wind. She can see better than you or me.
Oh, that don't even make sense.
I know it doesn't.
What? You mean she's just been playing a game with us?
I don't know. I just don't know.
You gonna tell little Joe?
Hoss, I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. I'll tell you something. I like that girl. I think she likes little Joe enough. Maybe she even loves little Joe enough to tell him the truth about herself before this goes much further.
What if she don't?
We're gonna have to give it that chance.
Morning, Tessa.
Good morning. Oh, the flowers, they smell beautiful.
Yeah, the place is really getting gussied up. It's gonna look beautiful for the wedding.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just straightening things up a little bit.
Joe, I have some good news for you.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
I think my eyesight is beginning to come back to me.
What?
It's just been in the last couple of days. But I can see a little bit of light now. But I had to be sure before I said anything to you.
Tessa, can you see me?
No, not clearly, but I know I will.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God you're going to see again.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, God.
Now you won't have to feel guilty anymore. I mean, now you don't have to marry me if you don't want to.
What do you mean?
This is a perfect chance for you to back out.
Don't say that, Tessa. Please don't say that. I asked you to marry me, and I meant it.
Are you sure, Joe? Are you very sure?
Of course I'm sure. Of course I am.
Yes?
May a future father-in-law come in?
Certainly.
Isn't she a dream, Mr. Cartwright?
Well, she certainly is. You've done a beautiful job, Mrs. Partridge. Of course, you had a beautiful subject to work with.
Oh.
Mrs. Partridge, may I have a moment alone with Tessa?
Why, sure.
Thank you. Well, I know it's a father's prerogative to have a few moments with his daughter at a time like this, but is it also a father-in-law's?
Of course.
Well, actually, I came to wish you everything well. To tell you what a wonderful girl I think you really are.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Cartwright. Do you think I deserve all that?
Yes, I'm sure. You know, all through the years, I prayed that when one of my sons was ready to marry, he'd choose a young woman who was worthy, who loved him deeply, and who knew that he loved her, and who'd always have his best interests at heart.
And you think I'm that kind of girl?
I know you are. Because you see, I think you love and respect little Joe enough so that you'd always do what's best for him. What's right for him. What's right for both of you. No matter what the cost. Bless you, Tessa.
Mr. Cartwright?
Yes.
Nothing. It was nothing.
Tears? At a time like this?
It's just my nerves, Papa. It's just my nerves.
Well, now, they're all waiting for you. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'll get my bouquet, Papa.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here together in the sight of God and the presence of this company to join this man and this woman in holy wedlock. Joseph Cartwright, you take this woman, Tessa Caldwell, for your lawful wedded wife, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love, honor, and cherish her for as long as you both shall live.
I do.
Tessa Caldwell, do you take this man, Joseph Cartwright, for your lawful wedded husband, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love, honor, and obey him for as long as you both shall live?
can't, Papa. I
It's
just
all right.
can't.
It's all right. I guess I've known all along I was asking you to do the wrong thing.
I can't.
Tessa, you can see.
Joe, go away.
Tessa, look at me. You can see.
Yes, I've been able to for days.
Well, then why didn't you tell me?
My papa was afraid that you'd back out of the marriage if you knew. That's why he made up that story about the man who was waiting for me in California. Oh, don't you see, Joe? We've been using you, taking advantage of your guilt.
You told me yesterday you were getting your sight back. Why didn't you tell me the whole truth then? Why did you wait till the ceremony?
I guess because I didn't want to disappoint Papa. Mainly because I didn't want to face the truth about us.
And what is the truth?
That your feeling of love for me was really guilt. And that my feeling of love for you was really fear of being alone in the darkness.
Well, then you don't love me, not really.
Not enough for marriage, Joe. Neither of us do.
Tessa, I have been so afraid to say anything. I didn't want to hurt you anymore.
I know. That's why I had the courage to do what I did.
You know, my pa was right about you. You're a very remarkable girl.
And you Cartwrights are a remarkable family. I kind of hate to face the truth.
Me too. Well, you see, better go down and tell the guests they can all go home.
Yeah.
Be all right?
Yes.
Tessa, I wrote a letter to a friend of mine in San Francisco. Now, if you were to deliver this to him personally, I think he might be able to find a job for your father and your brother.
You mean you're willing to help us after what we tried to do to you?
Oh, Tessa. Your heart wasn't in it. Anyway, I told you, you're just not that kind of girl.
Well, you're on your way.
Yep.
You know, I want to tell you something. You are the prettiest girl that I ever almost married.
And you're the handsomest man.
Well, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Cartwright, thank you for your many kindnesses, even though it didn't turn out to be a pot of gold.
Oh, Papa. Any pots of gold from now on will be made by our own hands.
That's a depressing thing to learn at my age, but we'll try. Goodbye, Ben.
Marcus, I'm glad everything turned out well.
Thank you.
Bye, Tessa.
Bye.
Yeah.
On.